Amana achas v'achas.
One second.
Let's say the Kohen Gadol, he's by himself in the Azora. If he doesn't say it, is it still ma'akev, or the fact that he has to say it makes it good? If he doesn't, let's say if he doesn't say it, but he does the achas, he does the thing, but he just doesn't say it verbally.
So we had the machlokes, Rabbi Lazar and Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan lechura, that you have to count. You don't have to do achas v'achas, but you have to count. And accordingly to Rabbi Lazar, if you counted, but if you didn't make a mistake, but you didn't say achas to achas, would still be good. Or Rabbi Yochanan would not be good. But mash, we have to count.
So there's no one to see if he does, because
the Rambam says, "Haya kohen gadol mazeh tchila shmona zoyos ben badei aro achas l'mala b'sheva l'mata v'chein b'dam hasoyer v'chein al haparoiches tchila midam hapar midam hasoyer 1 above and 7 below v'kach hayamone achas v'achas v'lama hayamone k'dei shelo yiter." So the Rambam is passing like Rabbi Lazar.
So that's machlokas if he verbally.
So he passes like Rabbi Lazar, is Meiko, who says that if he made a mistake in the count, it would still be okay.
So if he doesn't say it at all, because there's no one to witness to whether he says it or not. There's no one to correct him either. So we assume he's doing it correctly by physically doing the achas.
It's not ma'akev, Elas.
Okay, that's what he did. I heard him.
Okay, so the guy he bought the wine and he says, Motzei Shabbos, I'm going to be mafresh 2 for Truma, Asora Meiser Rishon, 10 for Meiser Rishon, Tisha Meiser Sheni, because there's 90 left, so you have to give a second Meiser for Meiser Sheni. Umechel v'shoitzim. You have to transfer the kedusha of the Meiser Sheni because he's in Tel Aviv. So Meiser Sheni has to be brought to Yerushalayim unless you redeem it to money on 20% higher. So he does all that 5 minutes before Shabbos. V'shoitzim miyad di Reb Meir, and it's going to be Hurver Adam L'Mafreya Motzei Shabbos. That what he did now is correct, but that's only if you hold a breira. Rav Yehuda, Rav Yosef, Rav Shimon Oisrin, they don't allow you to drink the wine because they don't hold of breira. Alma ain't breira. So how can you tell me that Rav Yehuda? He asked the question. Let him. Why not put the money in the kupa for the chattis? And then you stake some money out during the Yam HaMelech and the Huvra Dover Mafreya. You know why he didn't give you that advice? Because Rav Yehuda doesn't know the brave, is what the Gemara says. So Gemara says, Mimai. Maybe that is not a proof that Rabbi Yehuda doesn't hold the brave. Perhaps Dilmi Shani Asam Kedik Tani Taima. There's a different reason. The Chachamim who disagreed with Rav Meir, Amar Rav Meir, fine. Let's say you did what you did. You said, I'm going to be mafresh, and you drank the wine for Friday night already. And then Shabbos morning, the jug holding the wine has a hole, and all of it spills out. You ended up drinking tevel l'mafreya because you never had a chance to be mafresh l'maisa. Rav Meir says, I'm not worried about that. If it happens, then we'll say that it's a problem. So there's a special reason why Rav Yehuda might say over there it doesn't work. So it's not a right that he doesn't know the breira. Ella miditani ayo. The tani ayo, Rav Yehuda oimer, ein adam masal shedvorm keachon. Person lives in a city, wants to set an Eruv up, because you can remember, you only can travel 2,000 amas to one direction. Let's say you know that your Rebbe is coming from the east, but he's gonna visit somewhere that's 3,500 amas from that city. You're allowed to travel 2,000 amas in one direction, lay an Eruv there, which gives you another 2,000 amas further. But then you'd have nothing on the other side. Now, the Rabbi Yehuda says, you can't put one east and west and make one t'nai on both. Rather, ela im bo chacham lemizrach, if you can only use it one at a time. If his Rebbe is coming to the east, eruv lemizrach, l'may revi l'may. Aval lekan lekan lo. But you can't use both. V'avina bo ma'ishra lekan lekan lo. They ain't brera. You can't use retroactive when the chacham showed up. It's hurver adav l'mafreya that's what he wanted to do all along. So the Gemara says, what do you mean? Lemizrach l'may v'nami ain't brera. You don't know where the chacham is coming from, east or west. So even when you say you can go to east, it's also you're using brera. Oh, when you found out that the Rebbe is coming east, you can go that way, but it's also using brera. And for the Rav Yochanan kishekvar ba'chacham, we're not using brera. He didn't know Friday night which way the Rebbe was coming, but prior to Shabbos, the Rebbe already came eastwards. Then when he finds out, he can lay the air in both places. Oh, when he found out on Shabbos, he can go. But it's not, you're not using brera because the chacham was already there. Rabbi Yehuda ain't brera. So since you showed me Rabbi Yehuda doesn't hold brera, haksiva islay. So there's no brera, but there is. He could rely on writing something on. It's not now that we've proven the result of no brainer. We go back and say Rabbi Yehuda really allows relying on writing to identify which is which, because we brought him rice that says he allows that. So Yom Kippur Nami never trade v'nichtav alayim. So why did Rabbi Yehuda say that the Kohen Gadol comes out and places the bowl of the cow blood and the bowl of the goat blood on the same stand? Why doesn't he have two stands? Because he's worried about mixing up. Why? Just write on one stand par and the other stand goat. And for the Gemara Mishum Choshe the Kohen Gadol Avad Naitu. The Kohen Gadol is weak. He's fasting. He's doing all the avodas. He can get confused even if it's written on. I mean, even if you didn't write on the stands, you'd think that the Kohen Gadol would be able to differentiate between these two bulls. High nafish zutter. There's a lot more blood in a cow than there is in a goat. You have to receive all of the blood. So the cow, the bowl with the cow blood is going to be much bigger. So the Kohen Gadol would be able to easily to tell which one is which, even without writing. Well, maybe you'll tell me it's not so posh. Maybe you're going to tell me the Kohen Gadol didn't receive all the blood. You have to receive every last drop of the blood. Maybe some spilled. One is redder, one is whiter. Means you'll be able to tell the difference between the blood. Ella, what are you going to say? So it has nothing to do with ksiva. So we're concerned that he's going to be confused. A chazan showed up in David in Rav's shul. Omar, in the nusach of the avodah, he said, that the Kohen Gadol placed it on a second stand, and then not damapar v'niach damasor. Omar, like you as the chazan don't know what you're doing. When you said on the second stand, well, that's like the chachamim. But then not damapar v'niach damasor, that's on the same stand. That's Rabbi Yehuda. Amar like Chadik Rabbi Yehuda. So he corrected him to tell him exactly what nusach that it had to be according to the Chacham. When he sprinkles on the paroiches outside of the Kodesh Kodashim, he has to do it towards where the Aron is. Just like in the Kodesh Kodoshim, he got to do it towards the Aron. Same thing, he has to do it in the same direction when he does it when he's in the Heichal. And just like in the Kodesh Kodoshim, Bein Abadim, he has to do one above, 7 below. He has to do the same kind of sprinkling on the parochas neich. Just like in Kodesh Kodashim, he does the same 1 and 7 below for the goat. Okay. Then the pasuk says, "Hashochein itam besoch tumosam afilu b'shra b'shem tmeim shchina imoy." The pasuk is telling us that even when Klal Yisrael are tomei, the Shekhinah is with them as well. And then we're going to hear a story about a certain mean in Rav Chanina. Okay. So tomorrow